What is up, guys? So today we're doing a quick video about what foods are essential to cutting, at least for me. So as you guys may know if you're following along, I'm ending my cut. Pretty much I'm down to the last 2 days now, and then I'm kind of staying around maintenance and then eventually go into a lean bulk. So essentially I'm done with trying to limit myself and trying to get every ounce out of all of my calories. Now I'm trying to enjoy myself more. But before I finish this cut, I wanted to go over the essential foods that I always eat each day. Okay, so here we have a bunch of food, as you can see. I'm gonna go over each kind of food really quick. So in the back, you can't really see it up close, but it's a huge bag of this Purdue boneless chicken breast. The reason why I get this is just easy. You can put this right in the grill. It just makes it a lot easier. So each 3 ounce or 4 ounce serving. So 4 ounces is 100 calories, raw and cooked is what they say, with 22 protein and 1 gram of fat. So actually 3 ounces cooked, 4 ounces raw. So for 3 ounces of cooked chicken, 100 calories, quick, easy, 22 grams of protein. I'm always making that every couple days. I'm always having a stash in the fridge so that I always, if I need some protein, I don't like to use my powder all the time, which I'll show you in a second. I like to go with the chicken or any type of other food I can get. So, obviously I just mentioned the powder, right? So here I have some just standard whey protein. It's in there because I have a massive bag. I like to put it in a smaller container. I don't use it every single day. I use it if I'm struggling to hit a protein goal for the day. So if I really need protein right away and I don't want to make chicken, or I don't have chicken made, or I don't have eggs ready to go, or whatever else other source of protein I have, I'll pop a scoop or two depending on the day. In addition, this Kirkland protein bar is also a go-to protein source because they have these two types. They have chocolate brownie, which is this one, and they also have a chocolate chip cookie dough, which is by far, honestly, it's the best. I love it a lot. It honestly tastes sweet, and they both have similar macros on them. This one, I'll tell you, has 1 gram of sugar, 21 grams of protein, and it's 190 calories per bar with 7 grams of fat. So that is this. Also have some Truvia. These are just 0-calorie sweeteners I like to throw on. Could be oatmeal, whatever I'm eating that really I have a little sweet tooth. I put those on, and they help sweeten it up. So that's protein source. Let's go over more protein sources here. Also egg whites, key. I am a big egg fan. I love eating eggs. I usually, if I had no choice, I'd eat 4 eggs a day. But when it comes to protein, right? Egg whites, they don't have the fat, and this has 1 gram of carbs. And each serving is 3 tablespoons. So 3 tablespoons, you get essentially 1 gram of carb, 5 grams of protein. So I usually do like about a cup of this, a little bit under a cup, about 100 calories. And that gets me 25 protein right there, only 100 calories, boom. Just like similar to the chicken, very simple, quick, and easy. I like to mix this sometimes with an egg or two, to get some fats up, because eggs have 5 grams of fat, standard, the standard egg. So that is that. Now we will go in, here's one more protein source. Well, actually 2 more. We have this Dannon Oikos 000. Just recently got this, so one of these containers is 120 calories. You got 15 protein and 14 carbs, 0 fat. So this is really good if you don't want to increase your fat. You want to keep your fats low. You got your protein, you got your carbs right there, pretty similar amount of both. And then also a Jimmy Dean sandwich. These are 260 calories per serving, and you get 8 fat, you get 32 carb, and 17 protein. Not a high protein source, but just a quick, easy sandwich on the go if you had to eat a quick breakfast or something. Microwave this for about 1.5 minutes or so. It's ready to go. And it's only 260 calories, which is kind of high compared to some of the other foods here, but it gets you a lot of everything, a little bit of fat, a little bit of carb, a lot of carb, and then a decent amount of protein as well. Last high protein source here. It's more of a carb source, but we have these power cakes. So these are protein pancakes essentially by Kodiak Cakes. And so I've gone over these in the past, but I'll just go over it again. Half cup dry, 190 calories. You get 30 carb, 14 protein, 5 fiber, and 2 fat. I just say the fiber so it helps you, kind of keeps you full and stuff. So that is this. I always like to do my breakfast. I like to have some type of Kodiak Cakes because it's more of a complex carb. I like to go with some egg whites, eggs, and potentially some turkey bacon. as well. I don't have turkey bacon out right now, but I like to go with turkey bacon over regular bacon because usually you cut out a lot of the fat and you get a little more protein, and the calories are dropped significantly. So usually you can get about 2 pieces for 100 calories or less of turkey bacon, and you get, like the one I have gets about 12 protein, 6 protein per piece, 6 grams. Okay, so now let's go on to some carb sources. We have some brown rice. This is just light brown rice. Pretty standard, straightforward. 4th cup dry. There's 170 calories. You have 1 fat, 35 carb, and 4 protein. So pretty standard. It's going to keep you full-ish. Somehow, it doesn't have high fiber content, but it's more complex carb. And if you are looking to get the most out of your carbs, I recommend brown rice, as well as a sweet potato. Those are my top 2, which I have here. More of a complex carb, and a white potato as well. Not as much of a complex carb, it's more of a faster carb, but it is still a highly, useful carb. It's not like sugary, quick, acting. It's going to be quicker acting than a sweet potato, but it's better for you overall. And then we have some Quaker oats, just simple oatmeal, nothing crazy. We have 1/2 cup dry, gives you 3 fat, 27 carb, 4 fiber, and 5 protein, so it keeps it a little bit more full. And from my experience, when you make this, it's a big volume food. So you put it in water, it kind of puffs up, and then you can kind of feel a lot more full after you eat this. It just kind of fills up in your stomach. So this with some protein or something like that in the morning, eggs, whatever you want, you're set. So that's that. Also, carb sources, we have this Fiber One bread, 100 calories it says on the cover here, but on the package, but it's actually 100 calories for 2 slices, so 50 calories per slice, and you get 1.5 fat. In 2 slices, you get 1.5 fat, you get 21 carbs, 7 fiber, 6 protein. So it's going to kind of fill you up and leave you feeling more full than the standard, white bread or whatever other bread you're going to get. And 2 pieces, it feels like you're eating more when you get 2 pieces for only 100 calories. When a standard whole wheat bread is approximately 80 calories for 1 piece. On top of that, we have some of this right here. It's just the last, essentially, big time carb source we got. Just popcorn, right? So on this, I haven't really been eating this often, but I kind of just thought of this as a great idea, and I really should have implemented this into my diet more in this cut. So per 2 tablespoons of these kernels, which makes about 5 cups of popcorn, you get to 110 calories, so pretty low in calories, and you get a lot of volume, so you feel like you're eating more than you really are. You get 26 carb, 7 fiber, 4 protein, 1 fat. So that's really, honestly, I should have been implementing these more in my diet. You put a little bit of butter on it if you really need some flavor, but you don't even have to. And you can kind of sit there. You can put even some salt and definitely some cinnamon. Try that. Definitely try that on your next thing of popcorn, and you'll taste it pretty good. Also, yeah, so while we're talking about cinnamon, essentially I put it on a lot of foods. I put that in eggs sometimes. You might think it's weird, but I put it in eggs sometimes. I'll put it definitely in the Kodiak cake mix. You just add water to this, and then I put some cinnamon in there, maybe some vanilla if I'm feeling a little risky, but you know what I mean. So I got the cinnamon on that, and then cinnamon could go on anything else, honestly. Oats, for sure, I do that a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much cinnamon. Kind of self-explanatory, whatever you want to do. So when making pancakes or when I'm making any kind of foods in a pan, I use this cooking spray from Kirkland. It's 0 calories. Just makes it easy so stuff doesn't stick. And then when it comes to more volume food, before I get on to the last 2 things, lettuce right here. Essentially, I mean, there's no like actual numbers on here because for calorie-wise, because essentially there's no need, but it's so low, you can have a ton of that. You can look it up online and just say how much lettuce is how many calories, right? If you're really trying to count, but I don't really count it. I usually just count my salad depending on what I put in it. If I put a lot of oil or something, it's like 100 calories or whatever. So you could just have a massive salad. I recommend, having this, maybe some spinach, which I also like to do a lot. Put in some carrots, tomatoes, other stuff. A little bit of vinegar, keep the calories low. It's all about what you put on the dressing. The salad itself isn't going to be that many calories. If you put a heavy fat-based and oil-based dressing on it, that's where you start adding the calories up. So a ton of that in a bowl next to whatever else you're eating, just to make you feel like you're eating more and you're more full, is really a good idea. Last 2 things, Frank's Red Hot. I literally put this on all my chicken, everything pretty much, potatoes, everything. 0 calories, just has some sodium. If you're trying to watch your sodium, just take a look at that, look into that. Don't put too much if you don't want to. Now this also right here, this Gold's honey mustard, the reason why I like this a lot recently is for a serving size of 1 teaspoon, so it's 5 grams. There's 57 servings for this container, it's a small container. It's only 5 calories, so essentially like a very low calorie dipping sauce instead of putting like barbecue sauce or ketchup, or a standard honey mustard that might be a little more higher in sugars and carbs and stuff. So you get 0 fat, you just get 2 carbs, 25 milligrams of sodium, so very low sodium if you're trying to watch that, and 1 gram of sugar. So low sugar, low carb, low calorie, just honey mustard to put on potatoes, whatever you want to dip it in, chicken, meat, any kind of meat you have. And that will do it. I think I covered everything here, guys, so that is it. Yeah, that looks like it's it. So definitely, if you like the video, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. Share this video if you thought it was helpful. Share it with someone who is cutting or looking to cut. And if they need any ideas on food, I give you some ideas here. Obviously, other stuff comes into play, but these are my go-tos. And that should wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching.